This is called confoundation. In the 11th hour, I woke in a machine, liquid oxygen bubbling, resurrecting me from cryo sleep. There are midgets roaming around the halogen hallways, riding sickly green reindeers that gaze at me with X-ray eyes. They keep calling me the man from 2214. Sun shields slide open on the eastern wall. Light years away, I see our earth turning. My stomach is a translucent globe, a bloated wonder flickering like a TV screen. There are serpents sleeping somewhere in there, my darling children. The first of the twins to perplex is night and day. Reverse all sleep cycles, start at the end with your first cup of coffee with the midnight sun. It is hour 1. Smoke your first joint among the company of pale, deathless humans. Let scattered beetles bring the dung of dreams into time where bodies are meant to repair. Deny yourselves their reconstructions. Redesign your DNA. Confound blood flow and mutations. Consume supper and cigarettes just as you wake. A dense serving for the groggy gut. Force feed yourself with twilight animals and seaweed tea. Full glutinous skin tattooed the runes of the fathers and put them under your tongue. See what the shamans see. Yawn as graveyard shifts begin, bathed in the dust of crushed flowers. Put on your running shoes, velvet robes, crooked staff, transform into the bent old blind men, and check for new birthmarks. Let sleeping children lie, the night time is a different time. Infancy is over. In the second hour, confound the twins of sun and moon. Forget solar spells and droughts and deserts. The monsoon season has come, where lightning is bright and the storming kind waits patiently at your door. There are no more footprints in the sand. There is no giving tree. This is, after all, the time of night, your soul's journey. Purchase sunshades. In the third hour, confuse the city for the forest, complex the compasses, learn to spell the never sleeping, sleepwalk without knowing the way by petting and touching the breathing walls like reading braille on concrete, learning the names of backward paths on the dark side of the streets. It is time for dinner. Pastries, whiskey mixed to globules of water. Remember your etiquette. Cut your right hand first before the left. The knife belongs in the jugular. The butter near bedroom floors, oil on shriveling bodies, rubbing against PVC screens. Ensure she's clean with a waxy paste. Preserve your childhood sweetheart. Keep that glow in her eyes perpetual. Use resin and varnish. Have your family for dinner. Groom the dog, and then your bride. Consume the head of the snake. In the 4th hour, learn the ways of lucid dreaming. For your doppelganger in the land of sleep is stealing precious hours from your timeline. Tea time is about to go missing. You'll have to kill the man in the mirror. In the hour of the wolf, the heroine will run away with a psychic band spoon. Then the twins of humanoid and deity will be perplexed. Disrupt all trips to the temple, for the gods are in the malls, shrouded, naked mannequins preaching from boxes and escalators. Please hold the child's hand. Use the lift for babies' children. Please hold the child's hand. Pray for the death of clothing. Sundresses and leather, prison garments, G-string suits for Sunday funerals. Make the body irrelevant in the face of the cloud. Web 6.0 is a human mind operating at 1000% capacity, total organic technology. Virtual reality is a sister of dream and hypnagogic therapy. Breakfast is rescued in the hour of the birds. There is toast and artisan butter and spider eggs for delicate palates. The boat of Ra waits at the door of Hades. It's 6 a.m. Time to confound your sexuality. Drink cold chai tea with the Hexan women. Drink from their menstruating cup and revive unborn realities. Drink from the phallus of mammals and mothmen. Sleep naked in the mythical garden of the ravens. Let time die and fall from the last tree of life. Invoke nuclear morning and meet your maker, and you will find that you have found yourself. A quantum mechanic, black holes for third eyes, multiplying in unknown worlds, building civilizations just with thought alone. Transcend into teenage riot. Dawn is ascending. Time is resetting. The blind self is starting to see. There's a boy inside the mirror. He's staring out at an old man, but that old man is not me, not yet. The boy is sitting cross-legged, cutting an apple at midnight. He wishes to see the future in the mirror. He wishes to invoke the ghost of future self. A candle burns in his room. The candle in my room has burnt out. The old one doesn't need candles anymore. There are paintings on my walls, pictures of the revelations. I study the textures and the shapes for the end of time. There are paintings in the old man's basement, pictures of the resurrection. He doesn't remember making them. He's been busy resurrecting. I study the tattoo on his right arm, the sign of Osiris risen. He had entered the cave, a broken man, and had come out, a completed God. But I am not there yet. I've yet to find the miracle in my tomb. The three of us sit before mirrors with hunting knives and pellet knives and ritual knives. The boy is talking to tape recorders, reciting secret fiction only he could understand. He doesn't know he's speaking about the future. The stories he was telling to some machine will become my reality and eventually my memory. Memories I will recite to some godlike mind that can rewrite history. A continuum turning in a TDK tape. Analog data burning into flash drives of ones and zeros, then onto flesh drives of blood. Water, changing the present and the past, the time of revelations. The old man looks into the mirror and he sees all of us on our night journey, me, the boy, him, 3 timelines in one space, searching for a post-future identity. We are following the horsemen, a measured distance between us and them, walking in the shadows through burning cities, down highways black and bleak with winter. We cannot know their faces, but we know their names. Conquest, war, famine, death. The figure on the pale horse turns to look at me, but does not say a thing. There were rules we had to follow on the road. Stay silent. Do not speak to your other selves. If the sun rose, we had to hide. Retreat to subterranean caves, make no fire or light, cast no shadow. We are sacred to the dark, structured for nocturne, born and bred to Mother Night, blind to common men, but not to the parliament of owls. We are told not to dream, or hours to be stolen from our hearts, and those who roll in comatose sleep might see and reveal our true identities. But the fifth hour we reach the temple by the gutter, a resting place, a way station. Somewhere in between the shed of Orpheus and the Hotel Helion, we are pulled by magnetic storm. We break away from the horsemen, redirected through storm doors into the crowded temple where wine seeps from the floorboards. There are structures of Aztec origin hanging overhead next to chandeliers of Victorian walls, watching us like a satellite. The cabin feels familiar. I've been here ages ago with a group of misspent youths sitting before a TV set, haunted by the spirit of a young girl. We can smell sex and frankincense, gasoline and morphine, drunken racket profound, kerosene lamps sputtering, lost poets babbling in cigar smoke and vodka fog. There are whispers of crime, sexual assaults, extramarital affairs, extraterrestrial visitations. Grey-eyed men stare at us, and I find another version of me on stage, speaking in tongues. My dress is on slow motion fire. There are fresh red cunts in the corners catcalling me, luring me to the scarlet beds. The boy in the mirror accepts the fever and heads to the northeast corner in search of the black man of Bethlehem. This is a strange universe we are in. A trickery of time displacement, where dead men come back with holes in their hands and feet. The boy follows the shepherd's lamp, the towel or piano, the white rabbit to his cosmic black hole, and there in the corner, the long-haired lord in macro float, crimson splashing on ebony and ivory. A magnum opus messiah playing a piano concerto, a delicious march for the end of man. The boy who is me sits next to the God of mysteries, receiving the mark of Cain, the crown of thorns, rusty nails and Veronica's veil. Waiters on morphine waft about with clouded drinks. They're feeling the frenzy of the crowds in exchange for coins destined for Sharon. Hounds sleep under tables, and Robert Johnson plays guitar for lost souls. Ages pass in the hour of Ebrisex. I know that the spirits here are my creations. Life is a figment of imagination, living things created by a tape machine. It starts to rain indoors. Rainwater is transformed and holy whiskey is passed around at this waving incarnate. The bride runs away with the boy while Christ offers blood and water from timeless wounds to the old man in the mirror. He refuses, for he only drinks mercury in this place and time. A strange bearded version of me takes the stage. And for the next trick, he says, he produces a book of writing, a collection 1 year old. He looks to the crowd and says, the poet destroys his epic in order to recreate his history. In the end, all three of them, all three of us, were one dream, fragmented, One soul extended into serial bodies, into trinities, man, woman, and child. None of them recalled eating anything. None of them decided during the dream time on what to become next. He offers me his blood, water from his eyes, but I only drink mercury in this life. His wounds smell fresh. He scratches the secret word in my mountain of opiates. He calls me Nosferatu, my old name. He calls me Cain. I am not a sick man, I calmly told the machines. I stared them down. Were they scanning me, extracting the image from my body? I couldn't tell. I felt nothing. In the 11th hour, the boy sleeps soundly in the body of his bride. The old man is summoned to be the 5th horseman, and he shall be known as illiteracy. And as for me, the man in the mirror is dead, and the only thing left, light years away from earth, are would-be voices on blank cassette tapes, poised on the edge of silence. Thank you.